here's our result. Both sides look the same, and now we intend to do something in the middle to make it not that small but to put something inside. We need to put something here where it would be our base. So cute. Let's make our handle, and we will start with the basic chain. Actually, I will put 10 loops in a chain, as I would like to make like 9. The vice, no idea, not the length, but something different what the length is in just 9 like chain loops for my handle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's 11 one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is done. Then we turn our crochet this side. We skip this loop, otherwise we wouldn't receive any result. To put in like our loop here, I take this loop and do a single crochet, like regular one, not what we used to. We would be there, but, and I will do the normal single crochet, 9 of them for our second row. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 9 single crochet done, and then we again turn our crochet. In the end we will make in 1 loop to put our like hook here in this loop, and we will continue doing like not regular single crochet but single crochet with double or crocheting. I hope it called like this, but I will need to find out. And we might do 9 of them. Again, the reason we put like loop in the beginning of the row to start with our 9th one loop from the previous row, and in the end like don't receive any decreasing in our row. So oh, like this one. So I haven't counted the stitches, but always lose my oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now it would be our last stitch here. Done. Then we will make 1 loop, turn the crochet, skip this loop, and put our like double crochet, single crochet, double crocheting, single crochet. Oh, it's difficult, it's really hard to say, but yeah. And we will do this from row till another row, and as you probably already know, the next row would have the same pattern, where we put one loop in the beginning of the row and then continue 9 single crochet, like double crochet, single crochet. It's really mess. I hope you understand how to do this. Oh, I just talking to myself and doing weird stuff, and everyone, oh, what she's talking about, silly girl. So nearly the end of the road. Yeah, here, and it's last single crochet in this row, and here's the way our handle will look like, and it would be quite wide actually in the middle, so I hope it would be okay. And this is the pattern how we will do one loop at the beginning, 9 single crochet, then turn the crochet and repeat all way through. Actually, how much like rows you might to do, I will say you in the end, but it's better to measure by yourself what would be preference length for you. Maybe you would like to make back a little bit with a more longer handle or shorter, it's up to you. Want to show you the middle of the process. Here's how a handle look like. Actually, yeah, it's quite good, and I hope it would be okay in use. Yeah, and here it is, but I haven't finished it yet, not yet. Due to our back have a little narrow this part of the size, we can't do it more wider as our like base. Like this it would be look a little bit odd. That's why we intend to do some kind of triangle, to put it here instead of this like wide, and make it a little bit narrow. How we intend to do this? So from one side where like we crochet from here, it's our first row, like beginning, till the another side. On another side it's much easier just to repeat what I will show you how to do this triangle, let's say. But on this side where we have start, we also might do this triangle. So how we will do it? Just leave end as it not longer needed, it's our start end. We grab a yarn, and what we are doing, let's start from a different side where it's not our end. And as you can see here, there are no like 2 rows of crochet. No worries about this. We can attach here, but it would be noticeable. That's why we might take 2 yarn, and what we are doing, we took this loop like right here and this on the top one. Maybe I can show it a little bit closer. And here we began. And so what I have done, I have just attached our yarn. Let's show it again. I'm going through both of these places, or actually we can start from this side, grab these 2 loops and the loop from a previous row, and attach our yarn. Just take a note. taking the next loop through. So then we will put at the same place and making our single crochet. Oh, last one. So this row we will do as we usually do, just to grab like into, like make our single crochet in 2 rows. We have done our first row. Let's say it's attaching row. Then as usual we will do 1 loop on the beginning of our next row, and now we intend to do increase on both sides, and this increase we will do in 2 rows. Let's begin with first row for our increase. So we turn our crochet, and then we put our, like, take our loop from our current row actually, and then take loop from a previous row. Oh, as well, it's a little bit tricky because we're just attaching, you see. So, and it would be here, but we don't do a single crochet because it would be our decrease. Take loop from our current row, take loop from our previous row. So now we have like 3 loops on our hook, or 6 because we do in 2 threads. And to decrease, we just grab the yarn and take it through 3 of them. So increase here, done. Then we continue making, actually just to check, on first row we might receive 9. Right now we do 1 increase and another increase on another side would be, and as a result we might receive 7 loop. So our first loop done. Then we will do our 5 loops in this way. So 1, 2, let's say 5 middle crochet done. So we have right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops in our row, and here there are 2 loops from a previous row left. What we are doing, we taking yarn through just to rotate. Oh, a little bit tricky one, but it's okay. Taking yarn through both of them. 1, don't doing a finished single crochet, put our hook in the next loop from our first row. So here somewhere on our previous row, just a second. Oh, yeah, done. Now we have 3. Oh, where is this loop goes? Oh, here, there. Just a second. I will sort it out, all of this mess. Yeah, now we have 3 loops on our hook, and we take yarn through all of them. Our first row of decrease done. We doing 1 loop, turning our crochet. Now on our second row we have just 7 loops, and our second decrease row will look like this. We take a loop, first loop from this row and take in this place. You see, it's not this one, it's more nice one, and we took it here, and then take at the same loop, but on a previous row, not this loop but this one, here we are. Again we have 3 loops on our hook, and we take yarn through all of them, so it would be our like 7, like the second row of our decreasing. Here we might do 5 regular single crochet. Let's say do it quickly. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's turn it crochet to make it more visible. As you can see, on our current row I have just 1 loop left, and on a previous row I have couple loops left, and we intend to do the same as we did with the previous one. Decrease like this, put at the same loop but grab the previous loop from a previous row and finish our decrease. As a result, we have 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 loops here, and we done our first increase. So the next one would be 5th, 5 like loops in the row. Again it would be in 2 rows, then it would be 3, and then 1 left. Let's show it how it will look like. So the next row, like couple of rows of our decrease, we're doing a loop, turning our crochet, or just putting a hook in the first loop, so in the one from a previous row, right here, then in the next loop, and in the next loop from a previous row. And now we have 3 loops on our hook, and doing decrease, then continue making 3 in the middle, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, sorry, my bad. 3, and then we will do taking loop here and in the next one, and doing decrease, and we receive 5 1 2 3 4 5 in our row. Let's do our second row of our like 5th one decrease, let's say. Again we do 1 loop, turn into crochet at the same place here. I use the same loop, but the next one in a previous row, not the same. Here we have 3 loops on our hook, Then continue doing 3 regular, just a second, and then we will do last couple of stitches. Again, we will take loop from our current row and put in the loop from our previous row. Then we take the same loop where we just put on our current row and put in the next loop from our previous row, and then doing our decrease. Again, 5 here, and that is. Let's do our next row with the 3 in the middle, or not in the middle, 3 top. We took our loop, then we will put hook here and there. Take a loop. Oh, sorry. Here we have loop from here. Put in next loop from our current row and next loop from our previous row, and grab the yarn. So 3 loop on a hook. Take a yarn through all of them, then regular one, just 1, done. And now there are 2 loops left. We take 1 loop from our current row, the same one from previous one, the next one from our current row, and the next one from our previous row, and take through all 3 of them. And yeah, it's our first row of decreasing till the 3. Let's do our second row of decreasing till the 3. I put in current loop on our current row, and here from our previous row, grab the loop. I use the same loop from our current row, the next loop from our previous row. Take the yarn, 3 on a hook, take a yarn through all of them, put 1 regular single crochet in the middle. Then we have 1 loop left. We took loop from our previous row, the same loop from our current row, the next loop from our previous row, take the yarn, and then finishing our decrease. Here we are. And let's do the last one, couple of our decreasing row. And now, as usual, we will do 1 loop, put our hook here, and then there. It would be 1 loop, then in the next loop from current row, next loop from the previous row. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. Take the next loop from our current row, next loop from our previous row, take a yarn through. Now we have, sorry, just a second, 4 loops on our hook. Take a yarn through all of them, and that is. Make 1 more loop, and at this point we can finish it. As you can see, I just did this loop and I put my hook in this loop, and I will do the same, but like here you see one, the same loop of current row, the next loop from a previous row, and the same loop from current row, the next loop from a previous row. I have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 loop on my hook and take a loop through all of them. So, and here, well, it's our it is our decreasing. Is the triangle what we want? I will show you again how I did the last our decrease. Just remove this row and the previous one. And so right now we have 3 loops from our pre-last row. You can see 3 loops. I do 1 loop and already turning the crochet and put next loop in our current row, next loop in our previous row, take a yarn, next loop from current, next from previous, take a loop, next from current, next from previous, take a loop through both of them. Now we have 4 on the hook, take a yarn through 4 of them, then making 1 loop. At this point we're already turning our crochet. We will put our hook not in this loop, which we just connecting, as you can see, but in this one. It's our next loop. Take our first loop from previous row. So we have 1 loop. Use the same loop on of our current row, the next loop of our previous row. Again, use the same loop from our current row and the next loop from our previous row. Take a loop. Now we have 4 on our hook. Take a yarn through all of them. Just a second. And here's our result again. Here we have both our ends, and on one of them we have a ring attached, and now I intend to show you how to attach ring on another of them. First way to doing this is just crochet our triangle and then sewing it. But another way, as you can see here, it's particular crocheted inside. So right now I will intentionally show you one mistake, which mistake is when you attaching. So here our bag, please consider it that it might be on a different side, so one might be attached from this side and another one might attach from this side to be not inside of the bag. And right now I will intentionally show you how to attach, but I will do this from this side just to make your attention, you to don't do this mistake. How to escape this mistake, just start do the attachment or later or earlier. Just add 1 row and then start to attach. So ideally we intend to receive ring from this side and ring from this side. To attach via crocheting, we might return to this point where I put my stitch marker. Actually it's that row, the second row of pair of our 5th row, where it's our 5 single crochet in a row. And so I will take the first row out, which include 1 single crochet, the second row, which also include 1 single crochet. Then I will remove that row which contains 3 single crochet here, you see, and another row which contains 3 single crochet. Yeah. And now I have reached that point where we can start attaching our ring, but again, please be sure that you're attaching on the right, on the right side. If not, just return where we start to make 7 single crochet and add 1 more row, and then begin doing our triangle. So now we at the right place, and here we will start attaching our ring. We might do 1 loop, and we will do 3 single crochet as the result. So take a loop here, put ring inside, take a loop there, take our yarn through, then take a next loop, next loop from a previous row, so, and take a yarn through, then take yarn through all of our stitches on a hook, so, then took the middle stitch and middle stitch there, take a yarn through, and single crochet, and then in next 2 loops we will do our decrease by putting ring inside, 1, took the next 1 loop, I don't see it properly, yeah, here we are, inside our ring, and then we might grab this, yeah, take a yarn through both of them, we have 3 loops on a hook, and take yarn through all of them. At this point, instead of, like, it's possible to make 1 loop, but our yarn just will leave on this side. That's why what I have done on a different side, I just took yarn, like, took this loop as an attachment loop, no matter what kind of loop it would be, and then just make this loop in this way, and as a result we will receive that our, like, yarn right now on the right side of our crochet, and we don't no longer need it to always push it through this ring. And let's continue making our second row of our 3 single crochet row. and then 2 last rows we just decrease, and then the second row decrease. 1, 2 and 3. Having 2 color yarn. Yep. One loop, and then the last one row. Oh, yep, and make loop in the end. And here the result. I wouldn't cut the yarn right now due to my bag look a little bit strange, and it's not look like this. Actually, it's look like this. That's why on one side my ring would be outside, and on another side my ring would be inside. I might redo this, just reduce and make like one more row, or just decrease row, and that is it's how we will crochet our ring to our base.